think of no better guest to help me close out my first day of broadcasting here, than my good friend and each one of yours, Mayor Cavalier Johnson. Welcome back, Chevy. Great to have you.
Happy to be on. Sorry about my travels getting here. Maybe I was supposed to help you open, not close.
I think closing is all the better. You always want to speak last in the lineup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, thanks so much for being here. There's quite the lineup just here for speakers on day one of the DNC. We've got Jamie Harrison, chairman of the DNC. We've got remarks and video introduction by the mayor of Chicago. We've got Peggy Flanagan, the LG of Minnesota. We've got Lauren Underwood, Rich Logis. Of course, we then get into current President Biden. We may hear from Hillary Clinton. I mean, so much happening today. What are you most looking forward to? The convention writ large, but also specifically today on the kickoff day.
Well, my gosh, you just named off a number of outstanding individuals that I can't wait to hear from. I'm really looking forward to hearing from President Biden.
Yes,
I really, really am. I mean, to think about this moment that we're in right now and all of the energy and all the excitement that's happening on the ground for Democrats across Milwaukee, across Wisconsin, across the United States, it all stems from the fact that Joe Biden made a decision, and the ultimate decision that I just can't imagine somebody who has devoted 50 years of their life to public service and has achieved the pinnacle of American political power, to be the president of the United States, and to make the selfless decision to walk away from that in service to his country.
Yes.
And we get to hear from that man, somebody who we've benefited from over the course of the last number of years as president and even beyond. I'm looking forward to hearing from Joe.
Yes.
I really can't wait to do it. He's been just a phenomenal leader for us, and somebody that I really, really look up to.
Yes, I couldn't agree with you more. I personally am no dollars exchanged, but a little over under on how long the ovation and how long the chanting of "Thank you, Joe" will go. I imagine the roof is going to blow off of this place. I think, again, I couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Mayor, that someone who is, by all accounts, the most powerful single individual on planet Earth,
Yes,
saying, "I'm going to pass the torch," that moment is just breathtaking in its fundamental commitment to service and to service to others over self. And what a contrast that draws to Vice President Harris's opponent, especially considering that here we stand and the candidate, the woman at the top of the ticket, is a Black Asian woman.
Yep.
I remark often, Mr. Mayor, on the show that as a native Milwaukeean, if someone would have told me 15 years ago that there'd be a Black mayor, a Black county executive, a Latino president of the Common Council, an Afro-Latino woman heading up the county board, a Black sheriff, and a Black chief of police, we'd be looking at a Black Asian candidate for president and a former Black lieutenant governor, I would have said to them, "No way, what you talking about?" And here we are. The promise, the potential of this moment feels truly palpable. As Milwaukee's first Black elected mayor, what does this mean to you personally?
Oh, I mean, it means so much. It means so much. I mean, you just went through the litany of individuals who represent us at various levels of government that are making an impact in people's lives each and every single day. I mean, you think about Milwaukee. I mean, it's a minority city.
Yes.
And in Milwaukee, and this doesn't happen, in every single community, but in Milwaukee, I feel like we're sort of leading the way with having representation that actually reflects the city,
looks like the city and the county,
and that's important.
Yeah,
it's really, really important, and I count myself lucky to be able to serve at this time amongst this distinguished group of individuals. One that we didn't even mention is United States Representative Gwen Moore.
Of course. Oh my gosh. Thank you for
I,
minding my P's and Q's. The trailblazer,
yes,
Representative Moore,
yes,
of course.
Yes,
and of course, Senator Baldwin representing the LGBTQ community.
Yes, absolutely.
What a moment.
Absolutely. And so I count myself lucky. I really do, to be able to serve with all these dynamic, just incredible individuals who are serving our city, our state, our county, and our country.
Yeah, one of the things that I feel so lucky to be doing what I'm doing now, because the thing that I observe in each and every one of those leaders that we've just been talking about is every single one of them I've been able to sit down. I worked with you back when I was at the city, worked with a lot of these people, is 2 or 3 fundamental personality characteristics that's common amongst each and every one of you. One is a desire to serve others. The second is an incredible amount of humility. And third is an openness to good ideas that work and a desire to make things work better for everybody in these different jurisdictions that you all represent. And it's truly been a privilege and so exciting for me as a citizen and as a voter, and now somebody that gets to do this cool job to watch it all happen. When we look at what this next week might bring, what do you think is the most important message for the Harris Walls ticket to communicate to the American voters coming out of the convention?
Well, I think what the most important thing to do for the campaign and for Democrats generally is to showcase the unity in our party. I mean, this is, an opportunity for Democrats to line up and be counted, right? And to show our strength leading, down the final stretch into November's election. And when you look at the speakers that you just outlined just for today, right? When you look at those speakers and the speakers that'll be taking the stage over the course of the next several days here at the DNC, and you contrast that with the Republican National Convention, I mean, there are some really, gleaming differences between the two. I mean, here you've got the sitting president of the United States, Joe Biden. You got Barack Obama, you got others, and you couldn't even get the former president, elected Republican president, to come to the RNC. So it's different.
We got to leave it there. One's a circus, one's a bunch of people coming together for the betterment of Americans. Thanks so much, Mr. Mayor Cavalier Johnson, for joining me. It's always good to see you, sir.
Happy to join you.
Have a great RNC. Hope you can pop by again on the show. I'm Maggie Daun. You've been listening to the Civic Media Radio Network special coverage coming to you live from downtown Chicago at the United Center.